Hello, welcome back, boys and girls. Today we're reading day 21 of the book series, The Month of Christmas, written by T.Ferries. Now, this remarkable story is all about Santa Claus, the fairies, the North Pole, and all the great animals and people who live there. Now, let's see what happens. Let's get started. Day 21, Toy Fishing and Brownies. On day 21, the elves recycle. They don't put plastic in a recycling bin. How silly! There's no plastic at the North Pole, of course. They recycle toys that children have lost or discarded. All lost or discarded toys from Santa find their way back to the North Pole, and they float in the North Pole River under the ice. Today, the elves go toy fishing to recover the toys. It is a grand contest with awards for receiving the biggest toys and most toys. There's also an award for retrieving the smallest toy, as that is the hardest to catch. When they pull the toys out of the river, they must be careful because Christmas goblins are lurking around, about to steal the toys for themselves. Santa's dog, Forge, accompanies the elves and stand guards against the goblins. And when all the toys have been retrieved, they are taken back to the elves' workshop. There, they are cleaned, repaired, and are good as new. The toys are then put in with the new toys. No one can tell the difference, and the toys can be enjoyed by children once again. The elves tell a story about a toy, boomerang. Every year, the boomerang is given to a child. The child throws it and it gets lost. It then returns to the North Pole, and that boomerang keeps coming back. Today is also the day that Mrs. Claus makes a double chocolate brownies. She makes an extra large batch, and the brownies are used as awards for the fishing contest. Each award winner gets a dozen brownies. Mrs. Claus is careful to keep the brownies away from all the animals. Chocolate is toxic to cats and dogs. Did you know brownies were first made at the request of Bertha Palmer, a prominent Chicago socialite whose husband owned the Palmer House Hotel? In 1893, Palmer asked a pastry chef for a dessert for ladies attending the Chicago World's Columbia Exposition, and she requested a confection smaller than a piece of cake that could be put into boxed lunches. And those first brownies had walnuts and an apricot glaze. I bet you're curious as to what Mrs. Claus puts in her brownies. Well, here are the ingredients: cocoa, dark chocolate chips, sugar, flour, eggs, baking soda, butter, vanilla, and milk. Since she's making a double batch, she needs two of every ingredient, and the exact amounts are a secret. And she puts them all in a bowl and then into the magic oven. And she says, "Oven, bake now." And it does. And in a bit, she says, "Oven, stop now." And it does. And out pop the brownies, enough for everyone at the North Pole, even Jack Frost, but not the Christmas goblins. Now, while making the brownies, Mrs. Claus must keep an eye out for Jack. He likes to tease her. She's often busy baking, so she had Iris act as a watch cat. And this is not always the best. As you know, cats take a lot of naps, and a watch cat that is asleep is not watching. One day, Jack Frost thought it would be funny to trick Mrs. Claus, and first he knocked on her front door. And when she went to answer the door, he popped into the kitchen. Iris was fast asleep, dreaming of chasing snowflakes. Sadly, she's not a very good watch cat. And when Miss Claus came back, Jack was still there, but the ingredients were not. He had hidden them. And she said, "Jack, where am I?" But before she could finish the question, Jack disappeared, laughing. And she said, "They are about, but they are not out." What a riddle. And as Iris slept, Mrs. Claus thought about the riddle. If they are about, they are near. If they are not out, they are in. Where do you think the ingredients are? In the kitchen, what is near, and could have something put in. Now, the kitchen cabinets, of course. Mrs. Claus searched through the kitchen cabinets and found all the ingredients. She did not think Jack's joke was funny, and that year, he did not get any brownies. He has not pulled that trick since. Wow, what a remarkable story. Thank you so much for joining us again, boys and girls. We thank you for being here. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We'll see you soon.